Cheers.
Hey guys, this is Sali.
And Naza.
And we're here for another episode of
Dating in the City.
Naza, where are we today?
So we are at Mr. Braxton's, and it's in my neighborhood in DC, Petworth. It's a new restaurant that we discovered because we met the owner, Booker, at another event. And he's great. He's a burgeoning restaurateur amongst many other things.
Yeah.
And so we came to the opening of the restaurant, and let me tell you guys, the food here is
unbelievable.
It's fantastic.
delicious.
Yeah.
The drinks, everything is 100% on point. So
Staff is great.
yeah. So if you're in DC and you're local, please come out to Mr. Braxton's and show some love. Okay, so who's this beautiful lady to my left?
Today we have a very special guest and friend, Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
We actually met Dawn at Howard.
Yes.
We all went to law school together.
The hustle connects.
We go
Yes.
way back.
Deep, yeah.
But the reason we have her here today is because we also have another connection. She is also an entrepreneur herself, and she's got so many wonderful and amazing things going on. But
She's a boss.
She is.
Okay.
I want you to tell us about it because I can't do it any justice.
Hi guys, my name is Dawn Myers. I'm founder and CEO at The Most. We make hardware and appliances for women with highly textured hair, curly hair, to make the styling process faster, easier, and more convenient. All of us here know the struggle.
Curly. You see these
Yeah.
curls?
Yes.
We need our tools.
Yes, yes. And it can take like hours for so many women to, style their hair. And so we want to make it easier to manage things like your family, your workout life, your athletic life, your career life with hairstyling. So
You're filming life.
You're filming life. And
You're
what's
filming
so
life,
great
that's
is
right.
that Dawn's company is all about efficiencies,
Yeah.
which completely works with Carpe Diem,
Yeah.
right? We are all about building in those life efficiencies
That's right.
and making the things that you do on a daily basis faster, better, and more efficient.
yeah.
To the real talk portion of the program.
That's right. That's right.
We have
this drink.
we have a pretty great topic today. We're all gonna have to get a little bit personal,
Yeah.
which is kind of hard for some of us, but we're gonna be honest and truthful about today's topic.
Yeah.
So today we are covering a little bit of our past. If you could say one thing to your ex, Dawn, Naza, what would it be?
Wait, can I just caveat a little bit?
Okay.
So Sally came up with this topic. I think it's an amazing topic. And where it came from is that we're all recently single, recently single.
Yeah.
And so when we were talking like, what do we all have in common? We thought like, you guys deserve this.
Yes.
Okay?
In everyday life, as you guys know, we're professional.
Yes.
We try to not be emotional, and not because we're women, but just because of the setting.
Because it's not efficient.
Yeah. We're emotional with
Otherwise.
each other, but we
Right.
get on our face, when
Yeah.
when we gotta meet the public.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little scared about this topic, but I got what I gotta say.
All right.
Okay?
Well,
So I'm not gonna go first. I'm gonna hold back.
We'll
So-
have our.
Yes, she's like, I'm gonna hold back. I am gonna hold back. I'm gonna wait my turn, you guys. So we're gonna let our esteemed
Oh boy.
guest go first.
Yeah.
So Dawn, what would you say to your ex?
Not shit.
Oh, okay. Hold up.
Okay.
Can we elaborate?
Here's the thing. So much of my 20s was about being the right look, having the right look, being the hot girl. You know what I mean? And
Hot girl summer, y'all.
That's right. But that's just not where I am now. I think at this point, any relationship that I've gotten out of, I was able to get out of it because I respected myself enough
Yes.
to
Yes.
not have to answer to anybody or explain myself or live up to someone else's standards. So, this might not have been the case 7, 8 years ago, but nowadays in my 30s, I'm much more concerned about my business,
Yes.
my personal well-being,
Yeah.
right? Did I get those 2 workouts in
Yes,
today?
yes.
Right? That's
Your health, yeah.
exactly my
Yeah.
health, my sanity, my mental, well-being.
family.
That's
Yeah.
right. So, I don't have a whole lot to say to my exes, and it's not out of spite, it's not out of malice, right? I think my most recent relationship ended, but very cordially.
Yeah.
He'll always be a great friend. I think overall my priorities are different in my 30s, and I'm just a little bit more self-assured. I don't
Yeah.
feel the need to explain myself or
Right.
make sure
Yeah.
that he saw my value. I saw my
Right,
value, that's
right.
why I left.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't really feel the need to say a whole lot.
All right. All right.
says, silence is golden.
I actually love that.
Yes.
And another thing that I'm coming to grips with, both as an entrepreneur and as a woman, is that people are kind of entitled to their points of view.
Exactly.
It may be that I wasn't good enough at that thing that he valued. It may be that, you know what I mean? Like, those realities may very well be his realities. And just like I'm not fighting him on my priorities and my values, I'm not going to, you know, fight with him over his, you know, the way he saw it was the way he saw it, the way I see it is the way that I see it. At the end of the day, were we able to kind of move forward? Were we eye to eye? And it didn't make sense. And so we kind of, you know, we went our separate ways. And so, yeah, I think as I've, I guess, started to use that approach, my relationships have just become a lot healthier, because it's not dependent on someone else seeing my value.
I love that part where you're saying that you see your value, so you have nothing to. There's no need to continue the conversation.
That's right.
Okay, Sally.
I think I'm losing my voice.
This is the one that's like she holds things close to the chest. So we're gonna get her to open up a little bit.
I do a good job of coming up with topics, and then I forget that I actually have to
participate and tell your business.
Well,
we're ready to sip this. This tea with you. This alcoholic tea.
So if I could say one thing to my ex, I'm gonna have it be to my exes. It would really be the same. I would honestly just want to say thank you. Hold on.
Okay, Ariana.
Hold on. I want to say thank you for allowing me to see and experience and understand and realize the things that I deserve, the things I don't deserve, what is important to me in a relationship, what it means to be treated well, what it means to be treated poorly.
That's right.
And I know heartbreaks can be, you know, awful, and they're definitely awful in the moment, but I try to think of a breakup as an opportunity for a breakthrough.
Okay.
Because I don't think that another person should be in control of, one, how you feel, but two, your future. So like in the present moment, you know, like I said, heartbreak is rough. Like you cry, you're angry, you're dealing with life. But as soon as you're done, you give yourself a little bit of time, or as much time as you need to get through it. Then once you get through that period, like there's no turning back.
So you're kind of like a reason and a season girl. Like people in your life for a reason, people in your life for your season. I love it.
I mean, it's hard to tear yourself away from a breakup in that moment. At least, like you said, for women. I mean, you're feeling it, so it's kind of hard to just not go through that experience, you know, at the time. And I think it's healthier because then you acknowledge what you're going through, and then you just, through time, you know, you get to the other side and realize, like, okay, that wasn't so bad. Until the next breakup. They're like, okay.
Again.
So my mom who's just so wise on so many things. Like when I was younger in college, she told me, and I was going through a breakup, and she was like, Naza, never fret over a breakup because men are like boomerangs.
Amen. Praise God.
And so, you know, men that leave always come back. And I swear that 95% of the time they do. Like, you know, and it might take a month, it might take 6 months, it might take
10
a year,
years.
It might take 5, it might take 10. Sure.
But they always come
Every
back.
single one.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Guys, can you leave a comment?
I don't know.
What is that about?
I don't know.
Every single one.
Is that tied to that men experience their emotions later? So then, like, when they actually start to feel it, that's when they're like, oh, I remember how great Dawn was, and I remember how Sally liked to go hiking.
Well, I mean, what's that saying? You don't know what you got till it's gone. So I think a lot of men experience that, but it does take time for men to kind of understand, like, what I have is great. And for those men that realize it and treat the person that they have, like, you know, really well, I think that's great, obviously.
So Sally, in a recent blog post that you wrote on Carpe Diem, you talked about the paradox of choice, which I feel like kind of feeds into what you're talking about now, which is that, you know, it's almost like the grass is greener on the other side, and the more choice you have, the harder it is to actually make a decision about who to be with.
There's more to it, right? It's also kind of this notion of being able and willing to make a commitment, right? And understanding the inherent value of committing to a person, right? Like there very well may be somebody else on the other side who is just as good or who's better even, but there is something really valuable in sticking it out with that person. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about what it is to be a team player. You learn about what it is to stick through some things and to persevere. And those are really, and we don't have that as a generation generally. And I think that that's a big part of the reason why it's so difficult. Okay, so I've spilled the tea.
I
Sally spilled some tea. I'm gonna need you to spill some tea, ma'am.
So, I mean, I thought about this a little bit.
You did.
And I think that what I would say to my ex, not my exes, the last one. I'm looking at you. You know who you are. I would tell him to grow up.
Okay, all right.
And the idea behind that is not to be petty, it's not to be spiteful. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dwelling on it or anything like that. But it's the idea that when you go into a relationship, it's about compromise. Right? And I just felt like in my last relationship there was a lack of compromise. I think that he kind of perpetrated who he was in order to get me, and then he tried to start slowly unveiling himself. You know what I'm saying?
Have you been there?
So it was one of those things that was just like, okay, so when we started dating and you were trying to snag me, you were all about everything, and then slowly but surely the real you came out, and I'm me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have I'm not hiding it. And so I would tell him, you know, to grow up and to not, you know, relationships are about commitment, they're about compromise, they're about give and take. It's not about you being happy all the time. And my philosophy in relationships, when I'm in a relationship, is when I wake up every day, I try to think, what can I do to make my partner's life better? What can I do to make my partner happy? And that's
a great quality.
And I want the same. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when people in a relationship give it that type of approach, where they're both approaching it from, I want you to be happy. I want you to be fulfilled. I wake up and I think about how do I make Dawn happy? And vice versa. It's not just you taking. Like you wake up and you think about how do I make Naza happy?
That's right.
And I think that when you approach it that way, you can actually have a great long-lasting, sustainable relationship. But the problem is that so many people are so self-centered, centered on themselves. They are their world, and so they don't think about how do I give, and how do I give selflessly without expectations of return, But there should be, you know, equilibrium where you're both trying.
It's such a good word.
Can we give snaps to that? That was like that was really good.
And you know, something that you said, you know, you talked about being selfless and like the selfishness of kind of the, you know, the little things in a relationship. And I think it's interesting to point out that you can be a really good person and still be deeply, deeply selfish. That is a skill that one must learn. On their way up. You have to. It's a skill.
I think that we were pretty good to our exes. You know what I'm saying? I would love to know what they would say to us.
I'm not gonna find out.
You better have nothing but nice things to say about me, player.
Well, Dawn has moved on. Clearly, she's got nothing to say. So who cares what the exes have to say?
If I may, ladies. So we just launched a podcast. It's called the Shea Butter Chronicles. Y'all feel me? And it's really great. And the most recent episode that we shot was about dating with natural hair and what that's like and how to be authentic.
I have so many stories to share.
We're obviously going to have you guys on. So if you guys want more of this tea,
they want more.
Please do subscribe.
So there's a link in the bio, and here is the address. Voila.
So you've heard all of our responses to what we would say to our exes. We would love to hear yours. Did you sear the better?
And also, while you're at it, I don't know why you keep watching these videos and you haven't subscribed yet. So we see you watching them.
Please be subtle about it.
Can you just like and hit the subscribe button? Hit the bell so you get the notifications. Join the family. Join the Carpe Diem
dating family.
Exactly. And by the way, have you downloaded the app? There's some good-looking men on there. There's some beautiful women on there. All right, guys. So that wraps up another episode. Thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.